This your girl, Arabia Barboza. Do another video real quick. In this video, I want to talk to you about what happened to me while I was still living in New York. And I'm going to talk about a personal subject. So for those of y'all that are not ready to hear it, please exit the video. Let me give you some time. You exit the video. Okay, for those of y'all that want to stay, what I'm going to talk about is my love life when I was in New York. Thank you for coming over here to this channel. Like and share the video. Okay. So I'm going to tell you what happened to me. Now, all of y'all know I got out of prison in 2001. I ended up meeting my biological family in 2003. I was 30 years old. When I went back to New York to live for a couple of years, I was 32 years old at that time. I ended up getting a wonderful job with West Hab Incorporated. Yes. They placed me as my first job as a housekeeper to work in a homeless shelter up there in White Plains, New York. Just a few doors short of the DSS office. Okay. So I went up there. I started working. And child, they put your girl through the ringer. I was working so hard, I was making that money. And the first check I got, my first paycheck, I didn't have a cell phone at that time. So one of my coworkers drove me to the Boost Mobile phone store. So I bought me a chirp. Honey, right after that, I met this woman. Her name was Dolores. I'm not going to give you her last name. Dolores. Anyway, to make a long story short, Dolores was from a different part of New York. She wasn't from the city. She was from Westchester County, just like I'm from Westchester County. So me and Dolores started talking and, eating together and seeing each other. And then one day, Dolores said, I want you to come to my room so we can have sex. I said, no, I'm not going to do that. She said, well, how are we going to have sex? I said, I'm going to rent me a motel room. Now, at that time, I did not know how to rent no goddamn motel rooms. So I called one of my homeboys, and he told me what to do. He said, make you a booking. Call ahead of time. Tell them your name. Give them your debit card information. They're gonna deduct that money as soon as you arrive at the motel. So when I got off of work, that's what I did. I went directly to that motel. I handled all that business. Then I called her. And goddamn, Dolores showed up. That was my boo, y'all. That was my boo. And she totally tried to destroy your homegirl, Arabia Barboza. And she did. And there was one particular day I didn't get a motel room. I took her to my sister's house. My sister lived in Yonkers at the time. She lived at the Whitney Young Manor building. Anyway, to make a long story short, my sister met her and she was like, Uh-oh. Arabia doing something she ain't got no business. She waited until Dolores left. And she said, Ray, I'm telling you right now, do not fuck with this woman. I know that you probably fallen in love with her, but do not fuck with this woman. This woman is going to destroy you. I said, oh, sis, it'll be okay. Blase, blase. So there was one particular payday. I had got my check. It was for a good amount of money. So I called my sister. I said, here, I want you to come to the job and pick up this money. Because when I get home, I'm not coming back out. So my sister did that. Don't you know her and Dolores got into a big argument in the lobby area? And my sister said, let's take it outside. Dolores never moved one step outside. Dolores got mad at me. Okay, not too long after that, I went to Dolores' room in the homeless shelter. And I said, Dolores, I'm just come up here just to talk to you. She said, come in here, da da da. I messed around and fucked that woman. Don't you know she called down to the front office and said that I was in her room? Woo! That woman got me fired. They didn't fire me that day. They waited a whole week to fire Arabia Barboza. So I had to hand in my keys. I had to file for unemployment. I went to the house early that day. I was living with my sister at the time, and she looked at me. She was on her karaoke machine because my sister is a big singer, a keyboard player, piano player, a drum player. She's a musician. When she saw me walk in that door, she made up a song about me on the spot. And in the song lyrics is, I told you so. Now you are fired. Now you getting ready to go down as not being able to work in certain places. Because you like to fraternize. No fraternization, no fraternization, no fraternization. Lord have mercy. But this morning just reminded me of all that. I went to the store. I'm getting ready to go grocery shopping in a little bit. And I got to get on the horn and make me some phone calls. And I just remember her so clearly. And after I got fired from that job, she ended up getting fired as well. Because we both worked for the same company. I was a housekeeper. She was security. So what that telling you? I ended up moving out of my sister's house. I went into the homeless shelter. I went to transitional housing. Then I ended up getting my own apartment on Saratoga Avenue, right there in Yonkers, New York. And you know what happened? I lived there for over a year. No trouble. By myself. Going on my second year in that apartment. And guess who moved in next door in the next building? Dolores. And you know what? She never spoke to me. Never could look me in my goddamn face. See, sometimes your biggest enemy is not the people on YouTube. It's not the people on social media so much. Your biggest enemy, your biggest rival, is those that you invite in your home, sleeping under your bed sheets, eating your food, enjoying little pieces of your life. That is what I'm saying. And that's my love life from New York. There's plenty other stories. I'm going to tell you about nature in a little while. I think I shared that video before. But I'm going to tell y'all about nature, another woman I was dating. I'm going to tell you about the other woman I was dating. It's three of them. Three I was dating at different times in my life. So we're going to talk about it. We got to start being honest, have honest conversations. And my honest conversation is talking about prison, the mental hospital institutions, Job Corps, my work life, my love life. That is real content. I don't give a fuck what nobody say about Arabia. I'm the sweetest person you'll ever meet. But when you do something to hurt, it don't have to be me personally. It could be someone else. Immediately, I turn into an attack dog. I'm a German Shepherd on this shit. Don't nobody attack my people. But I attacked myself plenty of times on this YouTube app, revealing certain truths about myself. Peace out, New York love. One.